It's just so insane to me how people just, oh yeah, you're a deadbeat. Yo, I know about real deadbeats. And this situation is all about control. This woman texted a naked picture of me to my mother and my sister because she wanted to let them know that, oh, you and your son, I'm pretty sure your son's not telling you what's really going on between us and all of this other nonsense.
That's diabolical. That is absolutely diabolical to text a naked picture to the man's mother of him and his sister. But before we go any further, I would kindly ask you guys to smash that like button. It's absolutely free. It helps us get our content out to more people, and it helps us to continue to grow our community. For those of you that are not familiar with this story, Safaree is just on here right now, kind of venting about his abusive baby mama, Mena, which is a story that is relatable to many men. And that's why I chose to actually do a reaction to it, because a lot of us have gone through this. A lot of us are still going through things like this, dealing with abusive, crazy baby mamas and the things that they do and how they try to get people on their side, and they play games and they just do a whole lot of mean-spirited shit, to be honest with you. But for all the men, I want y'all to go in the comment section, man, and let me know, are you experiencing some of these same things? Let's get it.
Okay, me and you are still, having a relation, and that's over with. Thank God
Major
that's
mistake.
over with. Like, I prayed about that, and there's absolutely nothing physical going on anymore. And you taking naked pictures and sending it to my mother and my sister to do what and prove what? My mother and my sister are the most least problematic people on earth. I have to put myself first because I'm either going to end up in jail,
Yep,
or worse, because I'm dealing with someone whose anger management is.
and I want to say this, guys, ladies and gentlemen, that these bitter baby mamas, what they do is they try to go after the things that you care about the most. Your mom, your sisters, other family members, your guys. They play games, they tell lies. Your guy was trying to hit on me. Like, they come up with all type of stuff. They go out into the public and they bash you. They try to create some scenario that, that you gay, or, you know what I mean? Just, they come up with all type of stuff. So they try to go after your character. They go after your family members. This is a classic case of a bitter baby mama right here.
Just non-existent. I refuse to go to her house to pick up the kids. I refuse. I'm not. It's just too unstable, too unpredictable, and the only way I would do it is either a police precinct, or if the kids are somewhere else and I'm picking them up from there. But everything is just done off of spite and being malicious intent on the other end. Me, I don't move like that. I break stuff up in the house, has the kids running over glass, breaking stuff up outside.
Wow, look at this. This is terrible. This is terrible. Then tore up the man's house inside and out.
After that, I just was like, you know what? If I can't pick up my kids in a place that is like a drop-off point or a police precinct, I'm not picking them up, because I'm not going to her house ever again in life. Doing stuff like showing up at my crib.
I want to say this, and I'm sure other men have, and decent, reasonable women have wondered, where's the fucking outrage? Because if this was him doing that to her, I guarantee you it'd be all over the internet. It'd be all over national news. It'd be the biggest story of the weekend, of the week, and weeks following that. But because it's a man being abused, it's not that big of a deal. It hasn't made national news. You see it on blogs and things of that nature, but it's not really a big topic of conversation, to be honest with you. like it would be if it was him abusing her. And we all know how they like to take down black male entertainers these days. Why is nobody coming after her, holding her accountable for tearing up his house, for putting her hands on him in front of the children? How is that conducive to co-parenting? It makes absolutely no sense why she is not being called out on a wide scale by many people, because she is an abusive baby mama. But I'm glad of this. I'm glad that he is telling his story. And more men need to begin to tell their story about the things that they're going through with these abusive women. We know domestic abuse is on the rise, with women actually committing acts of domestic violence against men. And the reason why they feel comfortable doing it is because they know that it's a higher probability that they'll get away with it, they won't be held accountable, and that people just don't give a damn about men and the things that they go through. That's what it is. You know, you feel like you could get away with it. And that's the reason why you do it. There's no consequences, because he really could have called the police, got her jailed. But men try to say, well, you know what, look, let's just try to work it out. I ain't coming to your house. I ain't bothering you. You wanted to divorce. You wanted to move on, be happy. I gave you everything that you wanted. Why is that not satisfying enough? Why is it still a problem? It's just why.
O'clock in the morning, pulling out a ladder, hopping the fence.
Oh my God, what is that? Oh my
Look
God.
at this.
What is that?
This is stalking and abuse. And yet she tried to make it appear that she was so happy being divorced.
Banging on my windows. I'm not putting myself in any position to crash out, potentially snap, lose my, like, come on, because there's people who be in situations like this. Everyone's not able to, like, be this cool. I would love to be there for my kids, but it would be nice for you to get out the way. Let me be a father. Let me take my kids and go wherever I want with them. My kids are never in danger. They don't ever have to worry about nothing. This is not about money. This is not about child support. My kids love me.
Look at that. I'm glad this man was smart enough to document these occurrences. His children love him. He spends time with them. And that's not good enough for a person who unilaterally broke up their family and wanted to be divorced.
It's talking just to talk, but put them in summer camp. This was the first month. This is what it was supposed to do. This is what it's supposed to be. This is the schedule. Summer camp, July, boom, boom, boom. The entire month. This was going to be their schedule for the entire month. This is their lunch schedule. This is one of the things she made for me in one of the days that she was in summer camp. So I'm like, okay, what's wrong with putting the kids in summer camp? And it just was such a control thing, and it created it created so much drama. Oh, drop the kids off. Oh, you putting them in summer camp. Just nothing made absolute any sense. Nothing. Like, it was just such an irate, ignorant conversation, to the point where we don't even speak direct. Like, my house is set up for them.
The crazy thing is, most of the time, that's exactly what it's about. It's about control. If you're not doing what they want you to do, moving the way they want you to move, or them trying to figure out a way to try to stop your life or inconvenience you, and you allow them to do it, expect to be put on child support. Expect to be talked bad about, crucified in the public. Expect for them to get together with their mother, their friends, because they need a team of people to believe them. And because some of these chicks do have deadbeat baby daddies, they won't even investigate. They just automatically feel like you as a man, you're deadbeat. No proof needed. Even with the courts, family courts, no proof needed. You could be providing for your kids, doing whatever you need to do to make their life wholesome and good, and they still want to run you through the ringer. Makes no difference. And what it does is it makes it to where the women are not accountable for anything that they do. And so they freely go tear up men's houses. They freely put their hands on men. They freely go to the courts and try to jack you up, tear your whole life apart. Because a couple of things, they're not going to be held accountable, and they need absolutely no proof for people or the courts to believe what they say. Things definitely need to change. Let's just finish the last little part of this video, and then I'll make a few statements and we'll wrap this up. But this is crazy.
I got their shrine set up. This is for them. This is their area. You walk in. This is Maji's room. Ain't no deadbeat doing this.
Facts.
Deadbeats ain't doing this. My daughter's room is bigger than some adults' rooms.
Okay, so family, I'm gonna tell the men, talking to the men, this is a master class on documenting bad behavior by bitter baby mamas. And that's exactly what we need to start doing as men. Put some cameras around your house. Take their text messages. Record them when they're acting a fool. All of that needs to be done because nobody seems to believe us when we tell them the hell that we go through just trying to be men, just trying to be fathers dealing with these women. They have turned a lot of these women into enemies to us. For real. Because of the way they have this system set up and in place. They feel like they can do whatever to us. And nobody gives a damn. They break windows, they flatten tires, they tear up stuff in your crib. Most of the time, the man say, well, you know what, man, she got the kids, so I'm just going to deal with it. I ain't going to even call the police. I'm just going to, I'll let it go. But we got to stop letting it go. We have to start holding them accountable, and there needs to be some consequences for their bad behavior. Because every chance they get, they're trying to expose us for something. And I'm not saying that, like, okay, we want to, we some of them type of men gossiping, no, so we want to expose women. But no, you're out here telling people I ain't shit as a father. I ain't shit as a man. So you mean to tell me I can't present evidence to the contrary and prove you're the one that's the problem? So we need to make sure going forward, all men that have these crazy baby mamas start documenting. This is abuse. And I would consider it to be a form of child abuse, because to be tearing up property that's not yours in front of your children, yelling, screaming in front of your children, and then putting your hands on their father in front of them, that's a form of child abuse, because you're showing them that that's what's okay to do. It's okay to behave like that. The more we expose this type of crazy behavior, the better off we'll be. Y'all get down in the comment section. Let's continue the conversation. If you're not a part of our family, the Young Black and Wealthy family, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you would like to support our page, the best way to support our page by liking, commenting, and sharing with other people that you know. I will see you guys in the next video. God bless. Don't forget to get a family hug from me. Love y'all. Talk to you soon.